Hi and welcome to my channel. My name's Anne, the Max Colour Stitcher. Today is Sunday, 30th of March 2025 and I'm here for my weekly cross stitch update. Can't believe it is the 30th of March. I know I say this on my channel quite frequently, but this year is absolutely flying. My daughter only has 1 week of school left for this term and then she's on school holidays for 2 weeks. It almost feels like she only just started back at school, honestly. And it's supposed to be autumn from the 1st of March. And we've had a bit of rain this last week, but today is 31 degrees Celsius or 88 degrees Fahrenheit, which is not autumn temperatures. 31 degrees, I mean, yeah, it is hot today. And I keep thinking it's going to cool down, and then it doesn't. And then it goes back to hot, and next week's supposed to rain, but it's supposed to be still in like 28, 29, 30 degrees. So yeah, maybe one day we'll see autumn. I don't know. Oh, we don't have well, not in Queensland anyway, we don't have the beautiful trees changing colours and whatnot. So yeah, maybe one day we'll just get cold and we'll just miss autumn completely. I don't know. I hope everyone's doing well. I had a pretty good stitchy week this week. Not as many stitches as usual, but that's okay. Can't always get as much as we like, can we? We all have other things we need to do, unfortunately. So I worked on 5 projects this week and I got a total of 5,100 stitches, and I'll explain why I got the extra 100. Because as everyone who has watched my channel before, I stitch 1,000 stitches on a project and then I swap. So I generally only get, 5,000 or 6,000 stitches. Before I start, I'll just remind everyone I stitch all my projects on 22 count 1 over 1 full cross in Stitchy Mummy's typewriter method, which is stitching in a 10 by 10 block, top to bottom, left to right, all the way across one row, and then starting back on the left hand side on the next row. Okay, so my first project I spun this week was Dragon Race Into the Night. This is Max Colour, it is artwork by Rose Khan, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It is now retired and it's charted by Paine Crafts. So this one's always hard to see where I got progress on, because although I stitch row by row, I do try to stitch out my colours. So I started off about here and I worked my way across here into this green dragon, and I did stitch a lot of stitches down here because there was only a few green here and then they went that way. The green stitches are here as well over in its head, but I didn't want to jump that far, so I went that way instead. So yes, it's a slow one, this one. My second biggest project. My biggest one is my supersize, but this has over 400,000 stitches, so it is a biggie. So I'll bring it out and then I'll open it up as well. So this now has a total of 224,000 stitches and it's gone from 53.48 to 53.72%. Love this one. So this one is my oldest whip, and I have been thinking, I've had a few new starts recently. Well, I've had one a month so far, and I was thinking that, well, I'd originally planned to have another new start in April, but I think I've changed my mind. Don't really feel like another new start. I feel like I need to get some progress on my current whips. So because Dragon Race is my oldest, instead of just leaving that to the wheel and waiting till it comes up in its rotation. I have 14 whips at the moment, so it only comes up once a fortnight. So I'm going to make sure I stitch on that once a week instead. So that'll be my Sunday stitch. Every Sunday I will stitch on Dragon Race. Still get my 1,000 stitches, but at least it'll be worked on every week now rather than every fortnight. Just to try to get some progress into it. I don't necessarily want it finished, you know, within the next year or something, because that's not going to happen unless I became monogamous. But I think because it's my second biggest and it's one of my favorites, I really feel like I need to put more attention into it than it's been getting. So that's the plan going forward. So my next project I spun was Kitten Caboodle. Excuse me. This is artwork by Simonetta Ubbiali, and it is charted by Charting Creations. So I got a row finish on this one, which I always enjoy. So I finished off this row. I think it had, I can't remember quite how many now, 200 or 300 stitches to finish off that row, and then I started back over here. And I thought last time that the cat had been finished on that next row, but it hadn't. So I pretty much did all my stitches on the cat. So I started off here, so I filled in this here, and then I managed to fill in all these stitches on the cat, and now you can see its eyes coming through there. So it doesn't look quite so alien as it did. Really loving how that looks. Very cute. But now I'm back to the window pane again next time. So more white, but there is some blue in there and some cream colours, so it's not all just, well, this was pretty much all just 3865, but the other side's not quite as white. So this now has a total of, so I got 1,000 stitches into this. I'm not sure if I said that or not. This went from 11.01% to 11.62%. So love that one. Well, I love all my projects. I think we all do, don't we? Otherwise we would probably make them a UFO, unfinished object. I forgot to get one of my projects. Just a second. And I'm back. Sorry for that. I thought I didn't have enough projects here, but don't know what I was thinking. My next project I spun is Blooming Whiskers. This is artwork by Brigid and Ashwood, and it's charted by Paine Crafts. Got 1,000 stitches on this one, and this is definitely one of my favorites. So I worked in the pink flower here and made my way across, and then I found another cat ear coming in through here. So this one has a flower over it, so it's not quite as prominent. But yeah, it was so exciting finding another cat's ear there. So yeah, with this one, it's just, you know, you stitch where the colour goes out and it goes all over the place. So you don't get quite as much progress on each row each time you stitch it, but it's looking fabulous. So this now has a total of 22,000 stitches and has gone from 8.16 to 8.55%. So really happy with that. And my cat has just arrived, so I might introduce you to her. So this is Sophie. You say hi, Sophie. She's a beautiful cat. So soft and friendly. Will let anyone hold her, let anyone pat her. Never wants to bite, scratch. Just beautiful, aren't you? Hey? So that's Sophie. All right. My next project, this is the one I got 1,100 stitches on, and that was because I wanted to finish the row. So I did 1,000 stitches and I had about 20 30 stitches left, and I'm like, there's no way I'm putting this down now and having to, you know, finish off that row next time. So I did 1100 stitches because I like to round it up to the nearest 100. So 2 row finishes this week, which I love. Gotta love the milestones. So not much really interesting to look at. I basically just stitched this green here and moved across here and finished off this. I think they're supposed to be baubles, or that's what my daughter says anyway. So yeah, not much interest, but it's part of the background, part that needs to be done, and now that row is finished. So I'll get to move over to this other row next time and start back on that green present there. But yeah, you know, I love this one. Love working on it. It's always a joy. So this went from 60, so it now has a total of 109,100 stitches. So next time I'll only do 900 stitches on this one to get it up to the 110,000. So it's gone from 64.8% to 65.46%. And I hope that's in the camera there. And I didn't think I said what it was, did I? It's Dreaming of Christmas, artwork by Sheena Pike, and it is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, but it is retired. I can't believe I forgot to say that. Oh dear. Not doing very well today, am I? Forgetting projects, forgetting to introduce them. Anyway. My last project for the week. Now there's not much to see on this one because it's all just background, but it is Paris Morning. It is artwork by Uliana Babenko and is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. This one my daughter chose because she likes pinks and dogs and cute things. So my 1000 stitches, I finished off this leaf here, oh this leaf I think maybe, and worked my way across in more of the blue. And I've got lots and lots and lots more blue to do before I get to something interesting. So it does go very fast though, so that's something, but yeah, and there's it's checkerboard, so it's not just one block, it's not block stitching, which I know checkerboard, like it ends up looking better. I don't know if you can see there, not really, but yeah, it's a bit annoying having to keep looking at the pattern keeper all the time to see where the next stitch goes, just for 2 or 3 different colors. So this now has a total of 22,000 stitches and has gone from 5.71 to 5.99%. So yeah, just blue next time I think. Probably get me to maybe here or something, and then the pink of the curtain after that. So yeah, this will be a slow one, this one. So that's it for me. I did say I was going to do Dragon Race now on Sundays, but I did spin Flowers, Fur and Feathers, which is my Chiro Marchetti piece, and I've done a couple hundred stitches on that, so I'll finish off my 1000 before I move on to Dragon Race. And then the rest of the week will be whatever is left on my wheel, which at the moment I can't remember. I think I'm about halfway through maybe, so yeah, there won't be any of the projects you saw this week other than Dragon Race. All right, well that's it for me. I hope everyone has a good stitchy week, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye.